What if you could have the parenting wisdom of someone who's raised 10,000 children over hundreds of lifetimes? For most of human history, raising a child has been guesswork. We've treated parenting as something you just figure out as you go. You fall in love, you start a family, and then you just hope that somehow this new human being becomes a decent adult. There's no roadmap, no shared philosophy, no coherent end goal. Most people don't actually decide what kind of person they're trying to raise. They just hope for happy or successful, but those words are vague placeholders, emotional stand-ins for something we've never truly defined. Even the motivations are blurry. Many women know they want children, but not exactly why, or what kind of adult they want that child to grow into. Many men either share that vision or simply accommodate it. There's no master plan. We've been improvising the future one baby at a time, and somehow that improvisation built civilization. But we're reaching the end of that era. AI is going to change parenting in ways that are as profound as the invention of agriculture, maybe more, because for the first time in history, parents won't have to wing it. Right now, deciding to have a child is mostly emotional. You feel the pull of life, biology, love, purpose, and you go for it. But imagine if before that decision, you could consult an AI designed to help you define your vision as a parent. It asks questions most people never consider. What kind of human do you want to raise? What values do you want them to embody? What does a fulfilled life look like to you? And then it helps you model everything from personality tendencies and learning environments to the long-term effects of your parenting choices. This isn't about genetic editing, at least not yet. It's about intentionality. We're about to gain the ability to parent with the same foresight that engineers design cities or architects design homes. You'll start with a blueprint, a moral and emotional North Star, and every choice you make, from how you talk to your child to what stories you tell them, can be guided by that vision. Parenting stops being reactive. It becomes philosophical. Every parent faces the same fear. What if I make the wrong decision? Every choice feels high stakes because you only get one timeline. But I will change that too. As the child grows, you'll have access to simulation models that predict long-term outcomes. Imagine being able to ask your parenting AI, what happens if we move to another city? What if I change schools next year? What if I let them quit piano? And it shows you projections, not of grades or income, but of personality development, confidence, mental health, relationships. You could literally see the branches of their possible futures. Of course, the goal isn't to micromanage a child into perfection. That would be dystopian. But it gives you something we've never had before: perspective. Instead of parenting based on anxiety or tradition, you'd parent based on data, foresight, and a deep understanding of the consequences of your actions. In other words, you wouldn't be raising a child in the dark. Here's the real revolution. Raising children is one of the most complex skills in existence, but no one ever gets enough practice to master it. You get, one or two chances in a lifetime. By the time you figure out what works, your children are grown and your experience dies with you. No other skill works like this. No other discipline expects mastery with zero repetition. But with AI simulation, that limitation disappears. You could practice raising hundreds, even thousands, of virtual children in lifelike simulations, each with unique personalities, backgrounds, and reactions. You could test philosophies. You could see the long-term impact of patience versus strictness, freedom versus structure, love versus performance. For the first time, humanity will have experienced parents, not because of age, but because of iteration. Imagine training for parenthood like pilots train for flight. By the time you bring a real child into the world, you'll have practiced 1,000 lifetimes of frustration, guidance, and growth. This isn't just a technological shift, it's a philosophical one. For millennia, parenting was a mystery, sacred, instinctive, chaotic. AI will let us see parenting for what it really is: the design of consciousness and the shaping of values, the deliberate creation of the next iteration of humanity. And maybe that's what's been missing all along: intention. Because when you think about it, we've been raising every generation blindfolded, hoping it'll all work out. For all of history, parenting has been art without rehearsal, devotion without practice. Each generation learned by accident, made decisions by instinct, and passed on both wisdom and wounds they never meant to. But now, for the first time, we'll have enough repetition to learn, enough simulation to prepare, enough data to understand. Hey, I won't make parenting less human. It'll make it more conscious. The first truly intentional generation of parents is about to be born. And maybe that's the real evolution of humanity. If you like this kind of content, please share it.